Hi, my name is Vijay Kumar. Here I am discussing about how can a clinical laboratory expand its business and become a referral lab. Many a small, medium lab or even leading lab want to expand their business, but they find themselves limited to certain level. So here I am putting some ink over the business strategy for developing a referral clinical laboratory. Kindly share, subscribe and like this video. Now the big question is how to develop a lab into a referral lab. Here I am mentioning some important point. Reach out, goal setting, minimize turnaround time, focus on nearby 20 potential ton, build at least 50 franchise, minimum criteria for franchise partner, build over your strength. So coming to the first point, the reach out, you have to reach out to your stakeholder, whether they are clinician, physician, hospital personnel, or even the compounder, technician, all the person who are involved in the business. You have to find out, you have to reach out, but most importantly you have to reach out to the influencing person, the key person of the organization, to which you want to attach, to which you want to make a business. Apart from that, you have to, the first and foremost thing, you have to uh, make your goal setting very clearly for at least 1 year, that where you want to go. It's already be fixed, or in that way that it's motivate you to go for achieving that goal. And the most important aspects in the healthcare sector or in the diagnosis sector, that is the turnaround time. If you are minimizing your turnaround time, that it depends upon the equipment what you have right now, and the personnel, how many dedicated person for different segment do you have. This type of things helps in the minimizing the turnaround time. So you have to analyze all things to make it perfectly secure, to have a very minimized turnaround time, so that the patient or your hospital's clinician, physician can have their report in the time period, or you can say in the stipulated time. Coming to the other point, that is you have to focus nearby 20 potential ton. You want to be a referral lab, then you have to expand like that. You have to select the different cities, towns, or you can say the potential places where you can build the business, or you can make some franchise partner. So have a target for at least 1 year, 50 franchise partner. And coming to the other point, the minimum criteria for franchise partner, you have to very careful in making the franchise partner, and all criteria should be already be fixed, and the condition already mentioned. They have to be motivated by your reward and many other uh, motivating factors, so that they can work for your organization. And the one most important thing also, here I am about to mention, that the in your start you have to build over your strength. Focus on your strength, because a strength, if you have, then you can build more and more or add on value on that, and that will be going to be exhibit in the market, and that going to benefit you in certainly as a more revenue. Coming to the some other important aspects that you have to consolidate your maximum effort to increase at existing business point. You never lose your existing customer, because making a customer a very tough work. So always try to satisfy your existing customer or existing business partner. Mark out potential places that will be going to be a give opportunity for your business, and do SWOT analysis of your business. SWOT analysis, that means a strength, weakness, opportunity, and threat analysis. A strength, opportunity are helpful for the business, and weakness, threat is a harmful. So you have to analyze these four things very carefully. Now coming to the part of a strength on which you can rely for your success. So a strength building, and you have to find out what is your strength. For a laboratory or a referral laboratory, their team, their experienced and qualified teams certainly be a strength. Their state-of-the-art instrument for the different segment like hematology, immunology, biochemistry, molecular biology, microbiology instrument, or the top brand company's product, like many product you can think over. The quality control system what you have in your laboratory, the built-in technician or staff, automation in all segment. If you have, then your turnaround time is going to be very minimized. So it's certainly going to help you in increase the number of sample per day, assessing of sample per day. It's going to be increased by the automation in all segment. And if you are having the live information system enabled in your laboratory, then it's really be very helpful to generating the report and the sending the report by online process to the end point, to the patient, or you can even send to the clinician, physician, or hospitals for the final assessment by the doctors. So build your strength very carefully and find out what your strength, and build over the strength is very important. The strength brings your almost all business. So very careful about your strength, and gradually increase your strength in all segment what you really want to be, make significantly sufficient to increase your business. Coming to the other point of SWOT analysis, like weakness may be non-technical staff, there is no any marketing staff, the poor time management, there is no grooming in your laboratory personnel, the reporting format is not very informative or not very easy to look at, so less collection center, there is no any franchise partner. So these are your weaknesses, so you have to analyze it. What would be the opportunity for the laboratory business? New nursing home, a small lab in adjacent cities, penetration in new potential places, new lifestyle packaging design of different tastes, try to increase self-referral customer. Certainly, these all are very important and have the very significant prospect of opportunity in all segment. If you are increasing your referral, self-referral customers, then it's really going to be a boost of your business. So try to do by provide better service and astonish your customer by giving more informative report. Now this time the lifestyle diseases are increased, so you can design the different tests in different packaging, and by doing that you can motivate the self referral customer to come to your laboratory for the checkup. And you have to find out the potential places where you can penetrate. So the potential places is always opportunity, and the new nursing home and hospitals are opportunity. So you can provide the diagnosis services to them, because in the initial stage they are not having the sufficient equipment or trained personnel to do all testing in their hospital itself. And for the small lab, you can make them happy to have all the test panel in their laboratory by giving them the better service and on time in time service in their laboratory for their patient. So these are all opportunity for the referral laboratory business. You can just consider these all for the threat of your business, the referral centralized depth, which are already existing in the market. The cost criteria, the first in the first stage of your business, it might be very essential to analyze your cost very carefully, and the local large lab also the threat, because they will give you the competition in many criteria, either it is a cost wise or the range of testing in their laboratory. So you have to analyze all things very carefully. Staffing, grooming and training. Staffing is very important for an organization. If you are having the good personnel in your organization, then your organization is going to be in the growth path very soon. And the grooming also necessary, because if you having some doubt that our staff are not very groomed, so you can make some short training or make some classes for 1 to 2 days for that, and it will be going to be sufficiently very helpful to make them very professionally equipped to deal with the customers. And training required for the different segment, also for the technical and marketing people. You have to train marketing people, you have to train the technical people to do job perfectly. Ultimately, service matter. So for this better service part, you have to install the better technological equipment or information system equipment. You have the better packaging, because जो दिखता है वो बिकता है. Packaging now this time having the better value for the perception. By seeing the packaging of your service, one can consider that what is inside it. So focus on packaging also. Always have the separate compliance manager to deal with any business technical issues, or you can say the complaint manager you can have for the better dealing of complaint specifically, so that no one can left without resolving their problem. Or always share your contact number, email ID with the stakeholder. Differentiate USP, unique selling proposition. Benefit. What benefit your business partner going to have as an extra why collaborating with you? So always focus on the benefit of your stakeholder, your business partner. It will differentiate you from others. Service will differentiate you. So online reporting, no need for the wait for the hard copy for the further treatment or time management and technology. These all are the differentiating point. You can differentiate yourself by focusing on these point and make you look different in the market. Compete, all is well. See this picture. The girls are fighting with the or competing with the boys. So this is not an equal competition. Always it's going to be having in the market. You always have the complaint the big player are having this much beneficial, or you can say the extra strength. So why seeing the extra strength of your competitor, you are just going to demotivate yourself. So never do that. Always compete. You will be happy to see you that you are very in competitive position. If you are mentally having the perception that you can fight and all going to be well, all is well. So always have to be in the very competitive scenario and never be afraid about the big player or many other players. You have to focus on your business, and it will give certainly the competition to them, not to you. Friends, as we know that the key of all success is implementation of the plan. So the only writing the plan on the paper and thinking over it over and over not going to be benefit to anyone or any organization. So ultimately it is all about implementation. It will gives us the certain way to get the goal point, the ultimate target. So work on it. Don't waste the time on the sitting over the plan. If you have planned something, then try to implement as soon as possible, so that you can analyze over that whether the plan is working or not. As we know, the PDCA cycle also suggests that plan, do, that means implementation, check and act. So the quality control main basic formula also says the same, that implementation, after planning, implementation is essential criteria by going through which we can achieve our goal. Please share, subscribe, and like this video. Thanks, all the best. You can contact me on these following email IDs. I will be always there for your feedback, suggestion, and if you have any problem and if you want my instinct over that, then you can also write me on this email ID. Thank you once again. Thank you very much. All the best.